Hey, it's Wade. In this video, we're going to talk about how I'm making $45,000 tax-free using this simple wealth hack. So let's jump into it. Hey, how you doing? This is Wade Garrett. Thanks for finding my channel on YouTube, where I talk about real estate investing, self-storage, and creating passive income to retire sooner rather than later. And so in this video, I'm going to be talking about this amazing wealth hack that I learned about, which the rich have been using for literally decades. And so this hack is making me tens of thousands of dollars in tax-free money every year, and it is repeatable too. So if I can do it, you can do it. And later on in this video, stay tuned, because we're going to be breaking out more specific details and numbers so I can show you exactly how I'm making close to $45,000 in tax-free money. And so what I want you to do is I want you to subscribe if this is interesting to you, and I want you to comment. Let me know, what would you do if you had an extra $45,000 every year in tax-free money that's coming in to the bank? First off, I just want to say this video is for entertainment purposes only. None of this information should be construed as legal, financial, or accounting advice. As always, please seek the counsel of a licensed professional before moving forward with any of these strategies in your personal business and in your personal investments. So this amazing wealth hack is all falling under a specific section of the Internal Revenue Code. So specifically, if you look, and I'll have it in the show notes here, so I'll link it up to it so you can jump right over to it. But it's Title 26, and it is Section 280A is where you want to look in the Internal Revenue Code. And more affectionately, it is called the Augusta Rule, or it's known as the Augusta Rule. And so, quick history lesson for those of you who are interested in golfing. Of course, you'll know about the Masters tournament in Augusta, Georgia. And so for years and years, homeowners in Augusta, Georgia, they would rent out their home during this Masters tournament, and they would enjoy some really amazing income. I've heard even to the tune of around $25,000 or $30,000 just for that Masters tournament. And so Congress basically in 1970, in the 1970s, I don't know exactly the day or the date, they basically passed this Augusta Rule, which effectively lets all homeowners rent out their property for no more than a period of 14 days, and then they can enjoy that income tax-free, so it is not reportable to the IRS. Pretty amazing, right? And so think about it from a business perspective now. For those of you that have a business, let's say that you have a corporation like myself, what you can do is your corporation can rent out your house for 14 days a year, no more than that, and then they will be effectively paying you, and on top of that, the business will be writing off this expense, which will offset any kind of profits that the business is making throughout the year. So it's almost like double dipping. It's almost like double dipping, like the the nacho cheese from Baja Fresh. I was just thinking about that because we just had Baja Fresh yesterday. Yeah, but it's just like that. So you're getting these benefits from a business perspective and then also personally. So it is pretty amazing. I always wondered, all these really ultra rich people that had these 20-bedroom mansions, and why they would ever need that much space. And so not until I learned about this is where I started to realize, wow, there's some huge numbers that go into this Augusta Rule. And so imagine like somebody that is ultra rich and they've got 100 people that are working for them. To be able to rent out a space for 100 people would cost a ton of money. So effectively, they're going to be making hundreds of thousands of dollars renting out their house from themselves every year, and it's all tax-free. So it's really it's really pretty ridiculous as you scale up in these wealth brackets. So step one is you want to start calling around hotels and conference centers, and you want to start getting some quotes electronically. Very important. You want the documentation electronically sent over to you. And what I ask for is a conference room with all the fixings. And so that means basically everything that you think that you would need for your business to be able to run that meeting successfully. And so personally, that meant that I wanted unlimited coffee, I wanted unlimited beverages and drinks, I wanted some catered food for breakfast, lunch, and potentially a snack in the afternoon. And then you also want all the audio-visual equipment that you would need to run the business meeting. So let's say potentially a laptop, projector. Of course, you need Wi-Fi. There's going to be a charge for that for the conference rate as well. And then you also, let's say that you need a conference table for X number of people to be able to sit on it for the meeting. And so you go and you have all these specifications, and you get those 3 quotes back. So step 2 is you want to take those 3 quotes, and then you want to average them up together. And that price that you get, that average, is what you can rent out your house for to your business. And so for me, I live in an area with a higher standard of living, which means everything is more expensive. And so my average was just about $3,200, a little bit less than that. And so finally, the last step 3, is you will basically rent out your house to your business, and you can do this for 14 times a year, no more than that. And so let me just do a quick calculation so I can show you $3,200, and I'm going to multiply that by 14 and show you what the total comes out to right here. You see that right there? $44,800. Okay, so you can see how this becomes pretty amazing. So it's almost $45,000 that is tax-free money, which I can repeat every year and do every year. And so let's think about this. Let's say that you have a business and you aren't making enough money to basically pay for this. Well, if you, when you're doing your accounting for this, basically this all just rolls over into a long-term liability that you basically owe your shareholders. The business owes the shareholders, which is yourself as the business owner in the future. So let's say that you're ramping something up. Once you do start making those profits, you can start paying yourself back for renting out the residence, renting out your home using this Augusta Rule. So can you see how amazing this thing is? Can you see how it really can start to scale and how it can help your business and it can help you in your situation? I hope that you're starting to see how amazing this little rule can be. So yes, I want to really encourage you to seek guidance and counsel from your licensed professionals, CPAs and attorneys, or any other kind of financial professionals that you seek guidance from, and talk to them about this and see how you may be able to implement this into your business. I really think that it's going to help you out in the long term. And also, I had a couple really quick bonus tips that my accountant, my CPA, had told me about, which, to be honest, I hadn't thought about when I was starting to implement this finally. So the first is to basically put together a rental agreement, just an above board rental agreement with your business and yourself, where you're stipulating all the terms and the price of renting out that home, your home, for those 14 days of the year. And so have that all put together and signed and filed away with your paperwork. That's the first tip that my CPA gave me. The second was that you want to be sending a 1099 to yourself from your business to basically document the expenditures of, having all these conferences in your house, and then it also is showing the income that you receive from renting out your house to your business. So those are the two tips that my CPA gave me that I thought were really helpful because I hadn't considered them. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you got a lot of value watching this, and it's something that you can really start to implement in 2021. And so if this is something that you resonate with, this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you doing that. And also, if you have any questions or you just want to leave a comment on this video, and I'll do my best to get back to you with potential answers to see if I can help you in your situation. So until the next one, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.